Hey, what's up? It's Karen San Diego, and I'm now officially 10 months post-op. Isn't that crazy? Like, I feel like I just recorded my 1-month update like yesterday, and I'm already 10 months post-op, which means in 2 more months, I will be a year out. This journey goes by so quick. I'm always telling you guys in the comments, and y'all are probably like, girl, whatever. But I'm telling you, it goes by so fast. You blink twice, and all of a sudden, you're in a whole new life. For those of you who are new here, I got VSG surgery in March of 2022. I am now 10 months post VSG, and I do these videos to show you guys different milestones that I hit at each part of my journey. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the changes that have happened now at 10 months post-op. I'm gonna get to the updates in a second, but first things first, I just wanna talk about how different I feel. Even when I look back at my videos, I've been making it a habit to go back and watch my videos from my surgery day video to now. And I just feel like not only do I very clearly look different, but my attitude is different, my vibe is different, my energy is different. Everything about me is so different. And I've noticed that now at 10 months post-op, there's so many positive things happening in my life right now that weren't happening before. And I feel like there was a point in time where I was like, well, maybe I'm getting more opportunities now and achieving more things now because I'm smaller. And I'm realizing now that it is nothing to do with my weight. Whether you're big or small or whatever, it's about your energy and it's about what you put out there. So whether you have reached your goals or not, the energy that you bring to the table is what is going to bring you opportunities. And that is what is going to determine what people want to give you and how people are going to receive you and how willing people are going to be to interact with you and give you opportunities. Your energy. Before, I would consider myself like a doomsday person. Like I was always thinking worst case scenario. Now my brain just simply doesn't work that way. Feeling good on the inside has literally transformed me on the outside. And I wanted to mention that first because that is just such a huge, huge difference that has improved my life way beyond just my physical appearance. Now I'm gonna go back into my list. That first thing was just like a little random thought that I had. But the first thing that I have on my actual list that I wrote is about my period. So a lot of you have asked me about my period and asked me to do a video on this. Honestly, I don't have enough to do an entire video on this, but as an update, first update is things are still smooth sailing. I mentioned that 2 months ago, I started taking birth control, and that first month with the birth control, my period was all over the place, and I wasn't sure if it was the surgery or my body or what, but I realized that it was just my body getting used to the hormones because now the 2 months following that have both been perfect. So this month, I had my period. It was completely regular, nothing to say about it. It's also really, really light, so it didn't bother me. It was probably one of the better periods that I've had in my life. No extensive bleeding, stayed for about 4 to 5 days, no cramping, and then it was gone. Only problem that I have with Aunt Flo is, I don't know about y'all, but my period makes me so hungry. And for whatever reason, like I had 80% of my stomach cut out of my body, but for whatever reason, even with that being true, my stomach still, for whatever reason, when I'm on my period, I can eat more, way more than I can on a regular day. Like today, for example, I'm not on my period. It is 2:00 p.m. I've had 1 egg. That is all I've had this entire day, and I'm not hungry. But when I'm on my period, I want to eat and eat and eat and eat. And I've noticed that I'm always heavier on my period. So I avoid waiting during that time. 1, because I'm on my period, so I know I'm going to weigh more. And 2, because of how much I eat. I have to recover from my period by like being good for a few days before I even get on the scale. So I don't know if that's something that is just me or if you guys are experiencing that too. But that's the main update on my period, how hungry it makes me and how I'm not only hungry, but I'm always craving like French fries. And we don't want to crave that. It's 2023. We want to hit bigger goals. I don't want to crave French fries like that. Although I do give into it and have my French fries sometimes, usually from Chick-fil-A with some Chick-fil-A sauce. But I try not to do that too much. And sometimes I'll try to just like silence those thoughts in my head when I'm on my period. When I'm not on my period, I'm pretty good. But when it's that time of the month, ooh. Next thing on my list is one that I mentioned on Instagram. Once again, if y'all are not following me on Instagram, you should be because I post a lot over there, and on TikTok as well. I'm getting more active on TikTok. This next thing is that when I work out, I don't sweat. And not that I don't sweat, but I don't sweat that much. Like I'll notice that like I'll wear my sauna belt and it won't be that wet when I take it off. My clothes won't be that wet. I'll get like some sweat on my forehead, which is annoying because I don't want to sweat on my edges every single time. But that seems to be where I'm sweating the most. And I don't get it. Like I was under the impression that working out, like you want to sweat. Like sweating helps release toxins and stuff like that. So I don't know what I need to do to sweat more. And I also don't know if this is a thing related to VSG surgery or if this is a thing related to being smaller. I don't know what it is, but I'm not sweating. So let me know in the comments if you're experiencing something similar, because I'm trying to understand what is going on and how I can fix it, because I actually do want to work up a sweat in the gym. Next thing on my list is that now that I'm 10 months post-op, gradually as you go through this journey, your restriction starts to loosen. So no, you're not going to gain the entire 80% of your stomach that they took back out, but you start to get a little bit more availability in your stomach. Let's just say it like that. So for example, if on a normal day I can eat 3 to 4 ounces of food, maybe now I can eat like 5. Or maybe a little bit more depending on the day, especially if I'm on my period. And that's fine. But what I'm noticing is the easier it becomes to eat, the easier it becomes to make bad choices. And this is where I end up in like a scary little situation here where like I don't want to give myself grace too much and allow myself to keep making unhealthy choices that can end up undoing the results that I've made for myself. Like I've noticed, especially with Christmas, Thanksgiving was smooth sailing. But with Christmas, I noticed myself not overindulging, but giving myself grace a little bit too much, to the point where that's not giving yourself grace, honey. That's lack of accountability. Like I'm talking maybe having Chick-fil-A French fries more than once a week. I'm talking maybe having another cookie because I feel like I have room to have it. And it's that thing right there. It's that, oh, well, I have some more room. Like, why not have another one? And that's fine if we're talking about a strawberry. But when it comes to a cookie that's really high in sugar, like you don't need another one. Like having one is fine, but you don't need another one. But sometimes I find it difficult to suppress that thought in my head to just have another one. And I don't want to undo my progress. So that is a huge goal of mine, to just kind of keep with my moderation and being strict about that. And being not hard on myself, but just holding myself accountable more, because I'm noticing the further out I'm getting, the easier it is to make poor choices. And I don't like that. Next on my list is kind of weird, but like I'm noticing other people noticing, well, not noticing, I'm noticing that other people look at me and see a small person. Whereas before I felt like I was losing weight, but I felt like I was still seen as like a chubby girl, kind of. But there was a few incidents. The first one that was like stuck out to me is, I don't know if my try-on haul is coming out before or after this one, but in my try-on haul, I mentioned that I went to Aritzia. And when I was in Aritzia, I was looking for actually the shirt that I'm wearing right now. This shirt that I have on right now, but in black. I had bought this shirt in black in a size small. This one's a medium. As you can see, it has room, so the girl was right. But when I went into the store and I was asking her about this shirt in black, she said to me, like, oh, we'll probably have to order your size. We only have like big sizes in stores, like medium and large. And I was like, first of all, in my head, I'm like, medium and large are big sizes? Like in my mind, those are not big sizes. But then after I got over the initial shock of her saying that medium and large were big sizes, in my mind, I'm like, wait a minute, so you think I'm not a medium or a large? You think I'm smaller than that? So then I realized that her looking at me, she was seeing somebody who wears a size small. And I sometimes still struggle with seeing myself as a person that wears a size small. So having other people say it, and that was just the first time. I did a lot of shopping over Christmas. So in multiple stores I went into, people were kind of like sales associates were giving me sizes for things, and it was always smalls. Sometimes even smaller. Like a few people handed me extra smalls. The size 6 pants I wear now, apparently, update, I wear a size 6 now. People like sales associates giving me that size automatically without me having to say anything, which just kind of solidifies to me that this new version of me is something that people can see versus something I'm building up to, which is kind of weird for me. Which is like, it shouldn't be weird because like, yeah, they're looking at me so they can see me and they don't have the same body dysmorphia that I have. So I should understand why they see it, but it was kind of interesting hearing these sales associates speak about me as a smaller person, like telling me that I needed to get the size small, telling me to size down, things like that. Especially being that the first time I ever went into an Aritzia, I had to leave disappointed because they didn't have anything that could fit me. And now going in there and being one of their smaller sizes is just really weird to me. I don't know how else to say it, but it's really weird to me. I'm grateful for the new body and all, but it's just, some things just take adjusting. And this is one of those things that is really strange. Like, as you can see, even with knowing that I was supposed to buy this shirt in a small because I have it in black and I had bought that before, I went back to the store and bought the shirt in a medium, knowing I wear the small. But for whatever reason, my brain told me it would have been better to buy the medium, and here we are. The next one on my list, I feel like it's kind of like a spoiler for my weigh-in, but it's okay. Because if you follow me on Instagram, you already know what's up. And like I said, you should be following me on Instagram, so there's no surprises. Everybody who followed me on Instagram already knows what my weight is because I posted it over there before I even did this video. But my next update for this month is, for the first time in my life, I am in maintenance mode. So currently at this point in time, I am not trying to lose weight. I'm also not trying to gain weight. I'm trying to figure out a way to maintain the weight that I'm at right now, because this is where I feel the most comfortable. I don't want to gain any weight, and I definitely don't want to lose any weight. I want to stay right here. I don't know how to do that. I've tried eating a little bit more. I've tried, exercising and things like that. And I've still continued to lose weight. So I'm still trying to figure out how maintenance mode works. If you have any tips on that, please go ahead and let me know if you're further out than I am. But yeah, I'm in maintenance mode for the first time ever. And I'll talk about that a little bit more after I do my weigh-in though. Speaking of maintenance mode though, this brings me into my next point. And that is just that maintenance mode is causing me to have like this weird fear. Like, I'm scared of gaining weight, but I'm also scared of losing weight. And I sometimes struggle with what to do about that, because I don't want to gain weight. So I don't want to eat things. I don't want to eat more than I should or eat things that I shouldn't. But I also don't want to lose weight. So I don't want to eat too little. So that I'm constantly now just kind of overthinking exactly what I should be eating, or exactly how much I should be eating, or how frequently I should be eating. And this is definitely something that I'm going to need to go talk to my nutritionist about. I haven't done that yet. But it's definitely put me in this really, really strange place that I have never been in my life. For my entire life, for as long as I can remember, even in childhood, I have always been trying to lose weight. I have always been insecure in my body and trying to fix it. And this is the first time ever that I don't feel that way. So yeah, it's a really weird place to be in and a really difficult space to navigate, especially with no experience on how to navigate that, how to navigate just wanting to stay the same. Getting away from that, the next thing I have on my list is definitely a little TMI, but and that is when it comes to taking a poop, I still get a hemorrhoid every single time. Like, every single time. And I poop every day. So I don't know if it's necessarily a hemorrhoid because they go away after a little bit, but I definitely get pain, hemorrhoid-like pain, every single time, to the point where I gotta sit on a heating pad. It's a whole thing, and it's really uncomfortable, obviously. So I know that increasing fiber and stuff like that helps with that. I've tried that. I don't know what else to try, and I don't even know if this is VSG related, but it wasn't happening before, so I can only assume that it's VSG related. But yeah, let me know if any of you have been experiencing that too, because child. Whew. And then next on my list, I have here that the constant burping that I was experiencing before, I still do it sometimes. I think I did it earlier in this video. It happens more when I talk a lot, which I'm doing right now. But it definitely has slowed down. But what I have noticed and happening a lot more is my stomach is louder than it was in the beginning, which I thought was gonna like go away the further out I go. But I feel like it's louder now than it used to be. That, or I wasn't noticing it before. But I feel like a lot of the times, like when I'm just sitting down chilling, or like standing in a quiet room, or a room where there's not too much noise, I can hear my stomach just like, and like it's to the point where at first I thought it was just in my head. But then like my husband had mentioned it, like, whoa, you hungry or something? Like, what's going on? Because he's hearing it. So I'm like, oh my God, does that mean other people hear it? Does that mean in the office everyone's hearing my stomach? Like, it just makes me so like self-conscious about it. But there's nothing I can do about it. So y'all gonna have to hear my stomach rumble. But that's definitely something that I've noticed have amped up a little bit in month 10. All right, so that is the last thing I have as far as updates for this month. This month, has been pretty chill. But one of the major updates I have for this month is coming right now with the weigh-in. So without further ado, let's go ahead and weigh in. All right, so if you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that my goal weight is 165 pounds, and I have now officially went under my goal weight. So I'm 163 pounds, which is 2 pounds under my initial goal. So I think since my initial goal was 165, I'm 163. And I actually am very comfortable in the body that I'm in right now, minus a few things that I would like to change, but with surgery. Like I want to get I want to get breast implants and a lift. I want to get an arm lift to get rid of the loose skin on my arms. And I don't know about the tummy tuck yet, but we'll think about that. Other than those things, as far as my body itself, I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at. So that's why I said before that I'm in maintenance mode. I'm no longer trying to lose weight. I'm also not trying to gain weight. So I'm trying to eat a good amount of all types of nutrients. So protein, carbs, fats, veggies, everything, fiber, so that I'm getting a good rounded diet so that I can maintain my weight. But I'm not necessarily having the most success with that. So I'm gonna talk to my nutritionist about that. But outside of all of that, I'm just really excited to have hit my goal weight this early. I'm 10 months post-op. I know most people lose most of the weight that they're going to lose in the first year after surgery. And I'm not even a year out yet, and I've already hit my goal weight and surpassed it. I'm under my goal weight now. And I'm probably going to lose, even though I don't want to. I'm sure I still probably will lose maybe another 15 or so pounds. Hopefully no more than that, because I actually don't want to get smaller than that. So we'll see. But I think it's kind of like a good place to be in, right? So losing a little bit more weight than I wanted to is not a bad thing as long as I'm still healthy. So it's definitely better than constantly gaining more weight than I wanted to gain. So it just shows that the surgery did what it was supposed to do. And I'm very, very grateful, because I don't think that I would have ever been able to get here if it wasn't for the surgery. I say it a million times, but I will say it a million times more. I definitely feel like this surgery saved my life in so many different ways. I was struggling not just with my health, my physical health before surgery, but I was struggling so much with my mental health, my physical health. I was struggling to be present in the moments I didn't want to be. I wasn't in a good place. And having the surgery has changed my life in so many ways, has gave me such a more of a positive outlook on life, has allowed me to be present in so many different ways, has allowed me to show up for myself and others in so many different ways. And there's just not enough words to describe how I feel about this journey and why I decided to come on here and share it with you guys. And it's just because, like, when something changes your life in the way that this did for me, I'm the type of person that I have to share it. And I know that that's not going to be a choice everybody can make. And this type of transparency isn't easy. But I want as many people as possible to feel the joy that I feel, or even just to feel motivated to take a chance on themselves and do something that is going to make your life so much better. If I haven't already said it enough, I just want to say it again, and I'll say it a million times, how much I love you guys. You guys have been such a support to me throughout this journey. You guys have made being this transparent on the internet, which is so crazy, but it has not felt crazy. It's felt very seamless. I get nothing but love. The amount of negativity that I get, maybe out of every 100 comments, I get one negative comment, and it's always a troll with like 2 followers and no pictures, like not a real person. For the most part, the feedback on my channel, my Instagram, my TikTok, it's all been so positive. And I just think that this is such an amazing community. And I genuinely, truly, truly, truly want to see all of us win. I want to see all of us reach our goals. And I hope that I'm doing everything that I can to help you guys get there. Because that is my ultimate goal, to reach my goal and help other people get to their goal through sharing my journey. So that is it for my 10-month update. I cannot believe that I have 2 more updates before I get to my year update. That just sounds so crazy to say. If you enjoyed this update, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Any sort of interaction with my posts help. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.
Where in the world is Karen San Diego? From BK to Belly, it's anywhere she say so. She changing your life, can see it straight through her eyes.